Welcome to episode 57 of my podcast, The View from the Crow's Nest. Once again, I've spent the entire day really working like crazy, trying to get on top of things. Yesterday I was feeling particularly overwhelmed and frustrated, and just too much to do, too many ideas, trying to get, I've got a team on board, but I'm not using them, didn't have the time to use them, etc. So today I've really been trying to get back on top of that. And I've started to throw some tasks over. Yet up until today, I was very not protective, but I didn't want to overburden the team with stuff that maybe was a bit too complicated at first and blah blah. And today I just thought, sod it, deep end. So I was just throwing things over. That's like, right, this is the problem. I don't know how to sort it, so you sort it. Whereas previously I've been doing a lot of explainer videos saying this is how I do it. So please, can you now do it? Use this tool like this, etc. But now I'm really going to see how how they follow up with this kind of stuff when they really have to work it out themselves. So basically, not being so micromanaging, I guess, is the term. I also had a reminder today about something which I really should have already learned. I spent about 4 hours yesterday trying to configure a tool that I'd bought to do a certain job, knowing that I had another tool that my license had run out, that if I renewed that license it would do the job straight away really easily. So I paid for this other tool, I tried to get it to work, I couldn't. This morning I spent another hour or two trying to get it to work, speaking with the developer, and then I kind of got it to work but realised it was still complicated and it still wasn't quite right. So I just thought, sod it. So I paid my money for another year's license to the other tool, and within about 10 minutes I'd done all of that, literally the entire lot. That took me 6 hours to not quite finish. And it was a reminder that, when there is a easier way to do something, it's worth paying the money to get it done, because time is the most valuable resource in the world. It's the one that you will never be able to accumulate or get back, so you want to protect it jealously. Jealously? That one. So it's a reminder to myself that, it's both. One, delegate out to other people, which is the whole point of Audience Ninja in the first place, was bringing people on board to help with scale these ideas that we have. So delegate out to people and thus protect your own time. And also, if there's a way to save time, if it costs a bit more money, then do it. Even if I felt like, I've made a mistake, I've spent $130, $140 or whatever it was on this first tool, and it's not quite working, but I want to make it work. Otherwise, I've got to spend another $100 on the other tool. And the truth is, it wasn't worth my 5 or 6 hours that I wasted. That $100 for the second tool. Fine, take it on the chin. You spent it on the first tool. I'll probably make use out of it somewhere else, somehow else. But for now, I know there's an easier solution. So just bite the bullet, spend the money, get it done, move on. And so that must be the focus. The watchword, focusing on. But good news, the American client has started officially as a client because they made their first payment. So that was brilliant and really needed right now, because that at least paid for the 2 tools that I bought yesterday and today, if nothing else. So that was really positive. We've got our second client on board. That's really, really cool. And that's it. That's my day. I've spent nigh on 10 hours or 12 hours without a break, sat, just focusing, trying to get through stuff. I'm done. It's 8 p.m. It's earlier than usual because I want to have a bit of an evening. Tomorrow morning, I've got to get up, and we've got training tomorrow, so personal trainer, so that's going to be cool. And then I'll be back on it for tomorrow. But I'm starting to get back in control, and this is the most important thing. Overwhelm, frustration, all of these feelings that eventually lead to, not that it will, because that's really down the line, but eventually they lead to depression, this feeling of not being able to affect anything and whatnot. The way to get out of it is to take at least small steps, but to take steps to actually proactively get in control of stuff, get organise your work environment, your desk, your room. It's that feeling of not being in control, I think, is one of the hardest feelings to work with. Not in terms of you don't know what's going to happen, because that's different. Ambiguity is fine. But when you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it, you're not in control of your time, you're not organised, that I think is a really not dangerous, but certainly challenging thing to have, because that can really derail, effectiveness. That can really derail projects and start making you feel really bad overall. So that's what I'm doing for the next few days: getting in control, getting organised, getting stuff sent over to these guys so I can multiply my time, so I can leverage my time, and I can free up my head space for stuff that I really need to work on. So yeah, feeling better. And the last bit of awesomeness today: Mina swam on her own for the first time, and we got it on video. That's super cool. So in fact, while I was working here, they spent about 8 hours at an outdoor pool in a hotel, with beds and all that, which looked very nice. And I'm now a bit jealous that I wasn't there, but I'll get there once I get on top of all this other stuff. And yeah, she swam for the first time, so that's really, really cool. And that's it. That's from me to you today, and I will be back again tomorrow. So I will sign off for now. Take care of yourself. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.